I will now need your full attention, for we are to meet the important body parts without which we cannot eat or play or even live for a long time. These body parts are really special. What's more, we cannot see them because they're all inside our body. Hi, this is the cardiovascular system. I have a question for you. Go ahead. What is the cardiovascular system? The cardiovascular system includes the heart and the blood vessels. The heart pumps blood and the blood vessels deliver it throughout the body. At the center of the cardiovascular system is the heart. It is a muscle about the size of your fist. It's located behind your rib cage and a little to the left of the middle of your chest. The ribs protect your heart. That is why whenever you fall down or get hit in the chest, your heart is safe. Your heart pumps the blood through the body, through arteries and veins. These are like little roads in your body. The blood carries the good, nice oxygen and nutrients that the body needs and carries away the rotten, dirty carbon dioxide and chemical waste so that the body can get rid of them. You have reached the heart. Yeah, Mr. Heart. Can you please tell me more about yourself? Sure, let me give it to my operator. The heart is divided into the right half and the left half. These two halves of the heart act as separate pumps. Each is in charge of pumping blood through one of the two blood vessel circuits. The heart has 4 chambers: the right atrium, the right ventricle, the left atrium, and the left ventricle. The atrium on both the sides of the heart receives incoming blood first, and then it sends the blood down to the ventricles to be pumped out. The right side of your heart receives oxygen-poor blood from the body and pumps it into the lungs to get rid of the carbon dioxide and pick up the good oxygen. The left side of your heart receives oxygen-rich blood from the lungs and pumps it back into your body. The heart depends on 4 valves to move the blood in your heart in the right direction. The sound your heart makes, duck, 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 comes from the sound of these valves opening and closing. Blood pressure is the measurement of the force of the blood as it flows through the arteries of the cardiovascular system. The top number is called the systolic pressure, and it is a pressure found in the arteries while the heart muscles are squeezing blood out of the heart. The bottom number is the diastolic pressure, which is the pressure of the blood as it continues to flow through the arteries between the heartbeats. Your heart is the most important organ in your body. You could not live without a heart. And that is why you need to take care of your heart and keep it really healthy. These are the main things that you can do to keep your heart healthy. Eat healthy foods, exercise every day, and live life tobacco-free. The digestive system. We all love to eat, don't we? Hello, you have reached the digestive system. Can I help you? Yes, please. What is the digestive system? When you eat food, it goes into your digestive system. Your digestive system is responsible for converting the food we eat into energy for our bodies to use. It's like petrol being put into your car. Thank you very much. But what is the digestive system made of? The digestive system includes mouth, esophagus, liver, stomach, gallbladder, pancreas, large intestine, small intestine, and the rectum. Digestion, or the breaking down of food into small molecules that will be absorbed into your bloodstream, begins when you put food into your mouth. Your teeth help to break the food apart, saliva helps to soften the food, and your tongue helps to push the food into your throat and down into your esophagus, which is a soft tube that is connected to your stomach. The stomach, your little tummy, is a sac. It receives the food from the esophagus. Your stomach is located just below your heart. The stomach makes digestive juices, which include the acids and the enzymes that help to break down food into a thick liquid or paste. Your stomach is a muscular organ that is able to move in order to mix the food with the digestive juices. Food usually remains in the stomach for about a couple of hours. From the stomach, the mashed up food moves into the soft long tube known as the small intestine, where most of the digestion takes place. The liver makes a yellowish green fluid called the bile. Bile and the digestive enzymes from the pancreas help release the nutrients so they can be absorbed and circulated around your body in the bloodstream. The blood brings the fats, proteins, vitamins, and carbohydrates, including the sugars, to the liver, which helps make them into building blocks that the body needs to work and grow. The body does not digest all the food we eat. The undigested food leaves the small intestine and then enters the large intestine. The large intestine is about 5 feet long. So, it is shorter than the small intestine, which is about 25 feet long. But I guess it's called the large intestine because it is thicker or wider than the small intestine. The undigested food enters the large intestine in a liquidy paste. In the large intestine, water is removed from the liquid paste, turning what is left into solid waste. The solid waste then collects in the rectum at the end of the large intestine. This solid waste will finally leave the body through an opening called the anus. And this is what happens when you poop. Keep your digestive system in good shape by eating lots and lots of healthy foods like a lot of fruits and a lot of vegetables. Greasy or fatty foods like fast food can be difficult to digest, so try to eat these foods in moderation. And don't forget, you must drink lots and lots of water. When you take care of your digestive system, it will do you right. The respiratory system. We breathe in order to take good, nice, yummy oxygen into our bodies and get rid of the dirty, rotten carbon dioxide. I am breathing hard. Are you? Hello, you have reached the respiratory system. Can I help you? Yes, please. What is the respiratory system? Your respiratory system is made up of organs in your body that help you breathe. You breathe so you can deliver oxygen into your body and take away carbon dioxide. Thank you very much. Breathing is all about knowing the respiratory system. So what is the respiratory system made up of? The respiratory system is made up of the trachea, the lungs, and the diaphragm. How does the respiratory system work? When you breathe in air, you bring in oxygen. It goes into your lungs, and when you breathe out, you blow carbon dioxide out. The diaphragm is a muscle beneath the lungs that helps move air in and out of your body. When you breathe in, the diaphragm contracts, pulling air in through your nose and your mouth through the trachea, inflating the lungs just like a balloon. When you breathe out, the diaphragm relaxes and moves up to help push the air out of your lungs and out of your nose and mouth. The air you breathe passes into smaller tubes that branch within the lungs. These tiny tubes are called the bronchioles, and there are 30,000 of them in every lung. There are tiny sacs called the alveoli at the end of each bronchioles. There are about 600 million alveoli in your lungs. You don't believe it, do you? Oxygen in the air you breathe passes through the walls of the alveoli into very small blood vessels called the capillaries. Then the oxygen-rich blood is pumped throughout your body, and the carbon dioxide that is produced by the body moves in the exact opposite way, passing from the capillaries into the alveoli and leaving the body when you breathe out. It looks simple, doesn't it? Well, that's what breathing is all about. How to love your lungs. The best way to keep your lungs pink and healthy is not to smoke. You can also show your love for your lungs by exercising. As you breathe more deeply and take in more air, your lungs become stronger and better. They supply your body with all the air it needs. Keep your lungs healthy and they will thank you for life. Nervous system. Tasting and smelling and seeing and hearing, thinking, moving, dreaming, breathing, heart beating, running, feeling pain or pleasure, laughing, sleeping, singing, remembering. You couldn't do any of these things without your nervous system. That's me. Hello, this is the nervous system. How are you doing today? I'm doing all right. I just want to know more about the brain or the nervous system. So, what is the nervous system made of? The nervous system is made up of the brain. The brain is a jelly-like substance. It manages the body and yet weighs a teeny-weeny 1.5 kilos or just 3 pounds. The spinal spinal cord, the nerves of your body. The brain communicates with the rest of the body through the spinal cord and the nerves. They tell the brain what is going on in the body at all times. This system also gives instructions to all parts of the body about what to do and when to do it. It is called the nervous system because it is made up of billions of nerve cells that can be found in the brain, which is the control center of the nervous system. Your brain is divided into two sides. The left side of your brain controls the right side of your body, and the right side of your brain controls the left side of your body. Let's take a look at some of the important parts of the brain. The cerebrum. The biggest part of the brain is the cerebrum. The cerebrum makes up 85% of the brain's weight, and it's easy to see why. The cerebrum is the thinking part of the brain, and it controls your voluntary muscles, the ones that move when you want them to. So, you can't dance or speak or play soccer without your cerebrum. The cerebellum. Next up is the cerebellum. The cerebellum is at the back of the brain, below the cerebrum. It's a lot smaller than the cerebrum, but it's a very important part of the brain. It controls balance, movement, and coordination. Because of your cerebellum, you can stand up straight, keep your balance, and move around. The thalamus. The thalamus carries message from your sensory organs. When you smell that yummy curry or paneer tikka, that's the time thalamus works. The brainstem controls breathing, heartbeat, and digestion. It also connects the rest of the brain to the spinal cord. So the brain is the boss, but it can't do it alone. It needs some nerves, actually a lot of them. And it needs the spinal cord, which is a long bundle of nerves inside your spinal column that the vertebrae protect it. It's the spinal cord and nerves that let messages flow back and forth between the brain and the body. Ouch! That hurts! Brain is the boss. So what can you do for your brain? Well, that is lots of things for you to do. First, eat really healthy foods that contain potassium and calcium. These two minerals are very important for the nervous system. Exercise. Get a lot of playtime. Use good protection. Wear a helmet when you ride your bike or play other sports that require head protection. Don't drink alcohol or take drugs or use tobacco. And most important, use your brain. Use your brain by doing challenging activities such as puzzles and reading and playing music and making art or anything else that gives your brain a workout. The urinary system. The urinary system makes sure you get rid of all the dirty waste and the excess fluid in your body. Hi, this is the urinary system. How can I help you today? Yes, please. What is this thing called the urinary system? The organs, tubes, muscles and nerves that work together to create, store and carry urine is the urinary system. But don't these organs and tubes have any name? Sure they do. The main parts of the urinary system are the kidneys, The kidneys are bean-shaped organs about the size of your fist. They are near the middle of the back, just below the rib cage. The ureters, tubes leading from the kidneys to the bladder. The bladder is a hollow muscular organ shaped like a big balloon. And the urethra, the tube leading from the bladder to the exterior of the body. The kidneys filter the blood and remove waste, producing a liquid called urine. Some people call it pee. But remember, the cleaned blood leaves the kidneys and travels throughout the body. Each kidney has millions of urine-making units, known as nephrons, that filter the blood that flows through the kidneys. After the kidneys do their thing, the urine is carried by two thin tubes called ureters down to the bladder. The ureters are about 8 to 10 inches long. Muscles in the ureter walls constantly tighten and relax to force urine downwards away from the kidneys. Small amounts of urine are emptied into the bladder from the ureters about every 10 to 15 seconds. The bladder is the storage sac that holds the urine. When the bladder is about halfway full, your body tells you to go to the bathroom. Then the bladder muscles go into action and the urine is released from the body through a tube called the urethra. Let me tell you something that is really interesting. About 150 liters, that is 33 gallons of fluid, pass through your kidneys every day. But 99% of this is cleaned and goes back into your blood. So I guess it is very important to take care of the urinary system. Here are some tips. It is very well known that aging taxes the urinary system. But a person can lessen the effects of aging on the urinary system, just like every other system in the body, by following a healthy lifestyle. This includes rest, drinking lots of water, no smoking, no alcohol, proper diet and exercise regularly. The immune system. I am not feeling good today. Let me call the immune system to find out more. You have reached the immune system. How can I help you today? I have heard about the immune system and I would like to know more about it. The immune system is our body's defense system. The immune system is made up of complex and vital network of cells and organs that protect the body from infection. The purpose of the immune system is to keep all those infectious, dirty, rotten microorganisms such as certain bacteria and viruses and fungi out of the body, and to destroy any infectious microorganisms that do dare invade the body. Thank you very much. Hold on, there is a lot more to this. The organs involved in the immune system are called the lymphoid organs, which affect the growth and the development and the release of lymphocytes. Lymphocytes are a type of infection-fighting white blood cell that are produced in the bone marrow. The blood vessels and the lymphatic vessels carry the lymphocytes to and fro from different areas in the body. Each lymphoid organ helps in the production and the activation of lymphocytes. Lymphoid organs include adenoids, two glands located at the back of the nasal passage. Appendix, small tube that is connected to the large intestine. Blood vessels, arteries and veins and capillaries through which blood flows. The bone marrow, soft fatty tissue found in the bone cavities. Lymph nodes, small organs shaped like beans located throughout the body. They connect via the lymphatic vessels. Lymphatic vessels, network of channels throughout the body that carries lymphocytes to the lymphoid organs and the bloodstream. Peyer's patches is a lymphoid tissue in the small intestine. Spleen, it's a fist-sized organ located in the abdominal cavity. Thymus, these are two lobes that join in front of the trachea behind the breastbone. Tonsils, two oval masses in the back of the throat. Once the lymphocytes are initially formed, some will continue to mature in the bone marrow and become B cells. Other lymphocytes will finish their maturation in the thymus and become the T cells. B and the T cells are the two major groups of lymphocytes which recognize and attack infectious microorganisms. Every day your immune system does a battle to keep you healthy and make you feel at your best. You need to try and take good care of it. Here are some tips: proper diet, regular exercise, adequate sleep, and controlled stress. The endocrine system. Glands are organs that run the endocrine system. Hello, this is the endocrine system. How may I help you? Can you tell me what the endocrine system is all about? The endocrine system is a collection of glands that produce hormones, which are necessary for normal bodily functions. This is a complex system that keeps your body growing, developing, and working the way it is supposed to. Glands are small organs located throughout your body that releases substances called the hormones. These hormones influence almost every cell, organ, and function of our bodies. Each type of gland has its own special function. For example, they help in regulating mood, growth and development, tissue function, and metabolism, as well as sexual function and reproductive processes. The main glands that make up the endocrine system are pineal gland. The pineal gland is located in the middle of the brain. It secretes a hormone that may help regulate the wake-sleep cycle. Pituitary. Although it is no bigger than a little pea, the pituitary gland, located at the base of the brain, is considered the most important part of the endocrine system. It's sometimes called the master gland because it makes hormones that control several other endocrine glands. Hypothalamus. The hypothalamus links the nervous system to the endocrine system via the pituitary gland. The hypothalamus also controls body temperature, hunger, and thirst. Thyroid. The thyroid gland, located in the front part of the lower neck, is shaped like a butterfly and usually weighs less than 1 ounce. The thyroid gland controls the rate at which the body produces energy from nutrients. Thyroid hormones also play a key role in the bone growth and the development of the brain and the nervous system. Parathyroids. Attached to the thyroid are 4 tiny glands that function together called the parathyroids. They release parathyroid hormone which regulates the level of calcium in the blood. The parathyroid glands located behind the thyroid controls the level of calcium in the blood. Calcium, of course, we know, is very, very important, not only for the bones and the teeth, but also for nerve functioning, muscle contraction, blood clotting, and glandular secretion. Adrenals. These are triangle-shaped glands that sit above the kidneys. They are chiefly responsible for regulating the stress levels. Taking care, keeping the endocrine system healthy. Healthy diet and exercise regular. The systems of the body respond well to a healthy diet and regular exercise, and the endocrine system is no exception. Reduce stress, combining exercise with proper amounts of sleep, relaxation techniques, and lots of positive thinking. Help reduce stress and keep the hormone levels balanced. The skeleton system. Everyone has a skeleton. It's what makes you the shape you are. This is made up of lots and lots of bones, an amazing 206. Half of these are on the hands and the feet. This is the skeleton system. What's up? Yes, please. I've always wondered what the skeleton system is made up of. The skeletal system is what keeps your body in shape, protects your vital organs such as the heart and the brain and the lungs, and enables you to move. Let me tell you something more about bones now. When you were a teeny-weeny baby, you had tiny hands, tiny feet, and tiny everything. Slowly as you grew older, everything became a bit bigger, including your bones. A baby's body has about 274 bones at birth. These eventually fuse or grow together to form the 206 bones that adults have. By the time you're about 25, this process will be complete. After this happens, there can be no more growth. These bones are as big as they will ever be. All of these bones make up a skeleton. Let's take a look at some of the major bones starting at the top. The skull. The skull is the bony section of the head. The skull protects the brain and provides attachment for the muscles of the head and the neck. The cervical vertebrae. These are 7 vertebrae of the spine that form the connection to the skull and the neck. The clavicle. The clavicle is the collarbone. The sternum. The sternum is the breastbone, a long, narrow, flat bone that forms the center of the front of the chest. The humerus. The humerus is a long bone in the upper arm that runs from the shoulder to the elbow. The vertebral column or spine. The spine is a column of bone and cartilage that extends from the base of the skull to the pelvis. The spine is made up of approximately 33 bones called the vertebrae. It encloses and protects the spinal cord and supports the trunk of the body and the head. The ribs. Ribs are flat curved bones that form the framework of the chest, and they make up a cage. They protect the heart and the lungs. There are 12 pairs of ribs, each joined at the back of the cage to a vertebrae in the spine. The radius. The radius is the shorter of the 2 forearm bones. The ulna. The ulna is the longer of the 2 bones of the forearm. The pelvis. The pelvis is a symmetric ring of bones at the base of the spine. It also provides support for the rest of the body above it. It protects abdominal organs such as the bladder, the rectum, and in women, the uterus. The femur. The femur is the thigh bone, the longest bone in the body. The patella. The patella or kneecap is a triangular-shaped bone at the front of the knee joint. Tibia. It is also called the shin bone. The tibia is the inner and thicker of the two long bones in the lower leg. The fibula. The fibula or the calf bone is the outer and thinner of the two long bones in the lower leg. And phalanges. The phalanges are the small bones that make up the fingers and the toes. Taking care of bones. Your bones help you out every day, so make sure you take real good care of them. Here are some tips. Drink milk and eat other dairy products. Strengthen your skeleton by drinking milk and eating other dairy products like low-fat cheese or frozen yogurt. They all contain calcium, which helps bones harden and become really strong. Be active. Another way to strengthen your bones is through exercise, like running and jumping and dancing and playing. Wear the right protective equipment. Wear a helmet when you ride a bike, or wear the right equipment when you play sports. The muscular system. One of the most amazing things about the body, the incredible range of movement and mobility it has. What are the functions of the muscular system? Muscles perform 4 important body functions. Maintain the body's posture, stabilize joints, provide movement, so we can move wherever we want. This day-to-day activity is accomplished by our muscles through the extraordinary and fascinating ability of converting chemical energy stored in the nutrients, into mechanical energy of movement. They also help move food from one organ to another. Maintain body temperature by generating heat that the body requires. Wow, that's great! But how many muscles do we have? You have more than 600 muscles in your body. But there are 3 different kinds of muscles in your body. The smooth muscle, the cardiac muscle, the skeletal muscle. Smooth muscles are found in the body organs and are at work all over your body. These muscles are also called involuntary muscles because you can't control this type of muscle. Your brain and your body tell these muscles what to do without you even thinking about it. For example, in your stomach and the digestive system, these muscles contract, tighten up, and relax to allow food to make its journey through the body. This way, you do not have to focus on digesting your food. It happens all by itself. Cardiac muscle. The muscle that makes up the heart is called the cardiac muscle. Just like the smooth muscles, these are also involuntary muscles and work all by themselves with no help from you. This way, we do not think about our heartbeat constantly. Think how bad it would be to have to consciously and constantly tell your heart to beat. And what if you forget? Uh-oh. So you see, cardiac muscles, hooray! The thick muscles of the heart contract to pump blood out and then relax to let blood back in after it's circulated throughout the body. Skeletal muscles. The skeletal muscles are the only voluntary muscles of your body, which means you can control what they do. The skeletal muscles covers the bony skeleton and together gives your body power and strength. Skeletal muscles come in many different sizes and shapes to allow them to do many types of jobs. These are the kind of muscles you think of when we say muscle. The skeleton muscles show how strong you are and allow you to control body movements. For example, you kick a soccer ball into the goal. Exercise or weight training can help you increase the skeleton muscle size. Keeping the muscular system healthy. Here are some tips. Exercise. Aerobic exercises help to strengthen the heart and the lungs. You can walk, you can cycle, you can swim, you can run, and climbing stairs can be really fun. For example, walking, jogging, cycling, swimming, and climbing stairs are just a few examples of aerobic activity. Exercises that increase the size and the strength of muscles are called anaerobic exercises. Example, strength training or weightlifting and sprinting. When combined with exercise, the following also help the muscular system. Proper nutrition, leafy vegetables and whole grains and yummy fruits and lots of water, adequate rest, stress reduction and no tension. Hey folks! Did you enjoy learning about how fabulous human body works? I'm sure you loved it. Imagine understanding something that is there in us, which was always with us from the day we were born. Such an important thing to know. Goodbye for now. Live long and wise, folks. Bye-bye.